this is Cinema.
And this is Johannes.
And you're watching Board Gaming Ramblings.
And welcome back to Keep or Cull, the show where we play all the games and we decide if we want to keep them or cull them to get rid of them out of the collection. We are continuing on the pre-Spiel things because Spiel is right around the corner.
Yeah.
And we are trying to get out as much content on the Spiel titles that we have played as we always say, especially like I said in these couple of last ones, which I always think is important, but like specifically for this, even if we call a game, it might be a good game. It might be a great game because we don't have space.
Yeah.
Like if I were to make a video of how this looks, there's games everywhere. As I said, except for in the bathroom.
Yeah.
There's no games there.
Yes.
But other than that, there's mostly games. So we can't keep them all. So even though we call a game, it might be a good game. With that out of the way, we're going to
Listen
Spiel.
to our words. Yeah.
Yes. Listen to my words. I am your mother. Go watch that SNL sketch if you haven't. It's fantastic. But yeah, we're going to Spiel.
Yes, we
Can
are.
you meet us?
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
Oh.
You cannot. We're going to wear like a mask that makes us look like somebody else, so nobody will recognize us.
Okay. But you can, if you find us behind those masks.
We won't have masks.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because I'm going to wear a cinema mask and you're going to wear a Johannes
Nobody
mask.
will understand anything. Well, please say hi to us. Give us a secret sign. We will be working for the Aporta Chili Fox Lion booth at 14 to 18
Yes,
on Friday.
correct.
And Saturday from 10 to 14. We will also be at the Meet and Play on
Saturday
from
16
to
17/18, depending.
Yay.
You can come meet us there, bring some smiles, and we're going to talk and have fun.
Yeah.
It's in Hall Europa, I think it's called.
Europe.
Basically, go and search the Meet and Play website and you will find it there as well. But
Cool.
now, some keeping and culling.
Games!
Alrighty, we have 5 more games to you today. We're going to start off with this one called Rivages.
Yeah.
It is, and obviously everything in this is a review copy, just so you know
Yes.
that. So you can do it at what you want. Are you ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, boom!
Boom! It's a double cull.
What did you think about Rivages?
I liked it.
Yes.
This is a draft and a write game, or like
Yes, I would
10
say that.
cards around and draw game.
Like,
Right.
so you mean drafting?
Yes.
Which is sending cards
That's
around. Like, what do you call this mechanism where you send cards around and around?
But sometimes you're not like
you
discarding
send my
a card,
cards right, baby, right.
but you're crossing out. But yeah, you're kind of like limiting the options for
Yes.
the next player. So that's the definition of a draft, kind
Yes.
of. But the cool thing about this is that you're exploring islands and you're drafting what terrain you can explore. And when you think that, I'm done with this island now, if I've reached the boat, I can sail to the next island, continue on that. And that is a unique, I haven't seen that before.
I've never seen that. And you're going to have like different boards. At the
Yeah.
end, you're going to flip them over and see how much you scored. So you're going to have couple of these cards. And you can then choose to either like cross out the top or the next row. You have to do the next row.
Always
so
the
this
next.
one is the first. And then if that's crossed out, you can do that. You always have a couple of choices, but they're going to differentiate depending on where you are in the game. I like this one.
Yeah,
I
I
think
do too.
that it has enough interesting decisions. It has different goals depending on the island that you're on. The thing is that most Android games ends up not being keepers because I always enjoy playing them, but there's not a lot bringing me to go back and play them again.
No, I have my favorite X and Right games,
Yeah, but
and they
just
have
this-
to be.
Yes. It sounds like you're like, I have my favorite, I will never
I
get
will
a
never
new
change.
one. Yes.
Well, I could change,
Yes.
but it has to be really good to match that level that I've already acquired. And I think while this is absolutely a solid, I enjoy draft and writes more than roll and writes. So this is one that I appreciate, even though I don't feel like I have space for it in my collection.
If you are looking for a different style, if you usually enjoy these kind of games and you're looking for one that's doing something different, recommend checking this out.
Cool.
Next up,
Next up.
we are going to have War Story, Occupied France. This was one of our most anticipated games for Gen Con 2024. And now we have played it. It's a campaign game. We played the whole thing. And now we're going to do the thing. Are you ready? I mean, the paddle. Do
Yeah.
the paddle. Do the paddle.
Yes.
Do the
You're
paddle.
trying to make
I'm
something
working
happen.
on a song.
Yes.
Do the paddle. Do the paddle. Now we do the paddle. 1, 2, 3, boom.
Double cull.
Yes, and not because it's not a good game.
No.
It is. It's
Yes.
not as good as I hoped it was be for me, but we have played a campaign, as I said, and do we replay campaigns?
No, we don't. You could play this
This,
again.
I feel like, is made for that because
Yeah.
it's only 3 scenarios, and it's made for you to go back and do like wildly different things, and it's going to change the story and the outcome.
Yes, and I think that sounds like a cool project thing to do, but we don't have time to play our campaign games more than once. But this is a very unique game. I think that's also why it was hard to like predict what it was going to be,
Yeah.
and then also hard to meet my expectations because but this is not what I expected. It doesn't. I like it, but it's very unique.
Yes, this is basically a choose your own adventure game, but it has tactical skirmish kind of scenarios without luck, which I like. It's more of like, these are the resources you have. How are you going to use them? Where are you going to locate your units? How are you going to use your resources? And it's also, of course, random things that's going to happen, like, or you don't know the outcome, basically. It's like, you have these points, do you want to place them over here so I can look this way, or place them over here so I can look this way? And then, oh, that was the worst thing to do, and then next time you might try to do something different. I just think that, for me, if you like history, you're going to like this more than I did. Because I don't care that much for history. I would have liked to more, but it's not like I don't get like excited by history. Even though I love the theme, I was like, this will be interesting, and it was interesting. And for me, like, no minor spoiler, like, in not a way I would call a spoiler, but for somebody else maybe, I enjoyed the first scenario the most. It had a couple of things, and the thing is, it had a couple of things I thought there would be more of. And it might be because of the ways we did in the other scenarios that we didn't see more of that. I'm not going to talk more about it, but I like that because we had like a couple of moments where like, oh, we have to do this and this, and we're more like yes, I'm not going to talk about it because it's a very story-driven thing. But for me, it just didn't do. I would have liked to like it enough to go back and do more of it, but I didn't, and also because we don't do it.
Yeah, because this is a challenging game. You have very little resources, and the enemies are coming from everywhere, and you just like, you have these 3 cubes, and you're about to die, and just like, help us. So if I would play it again, it would be cool to have this. Okay, I will try to now, based on the information that I already know, be better. That would be cool. So I think it was really cool to see this new kind of genre. I've never played anything like this. Like in the tactical the cube thing part, which I thought it was really cool.
Yes.
So I was really excited to explore that. Cool. So that's a Cull.
Yes. So what is next? I guess it's a game.
Next up is AI 100% human.
Not 99, not 101, because it's impossible. Not 98.
Okay, let's do the paddle thing.
Not 97. No, okay. Do the paddle. Do the paddle. 1, 2, 3. Boom!
It's a double keep.
Double keeping. Yes.
I was curious to see if you would keep this. This is absolutely in my ballpark. I think it's that too.
It's a spatial puzzle.
Yes.
Who likes spatial puzzle?
Ding ding ding.
And has a paddle in their hand?
Yes.
It's this person. You
Yeah.
place your paddle away.
Well, this is a drafting game, and the cards you draft, you're playing into your tableau, and you score them immediately. The thing is that you also have like a reserve.
What?
So you can either play one of the cards that you already have reserved, or the one that you just drafted, and you're always trying to play the things after you build things up. So you get some points. So that is like, okay, do I want to play this first? That gives me not a very good scoring now, but it makes this card that I have, I can play that later and get a better scoring. And it worked well with 2 as well, because you are drafting a card and discarding one. So, and then adding another card into the hand, so you can't really predict what will come back to you again.
Yes, I like that 2-player version of that.
Yeah.
That was really, really great. This is from Explorate, which also did Federation. I have to say, I love this box size.
Yes.
With this deluxe edition that we also got a box that was this big.
What?
With playmats in them. And I love the playmats. We played with the playmat. That was really great. It made it easier to place out. You had like everything out there. I really like that. I would not have missed to not have them. But now, because we have them, we have to keep them because I'm not going to throw away the 6 game mats that makes and also has like a unique scoring on each of them.
Yes.
Which means that this game is going to take double the amount of space that it actually does.
That's true.
Which is because I was seeing the box like, oh, this is a great box. I was going to. So I don't like that, but we have them. I'm happy. It's so weird because I'm happy to have them. I'm gonna be happy to play with them.
Yeah.
But I would have liked them to be in a magical place where they don't take space.
Yeah, of course. And if you are looking for this game or think this sounds fun, I would not recommend getting the playmats.
If you're not a playmat person, have like a playmat solution.
Of course, but then you will playmat solution.
Yeah, like a way to have them. Like we
Okay.
stuff them somewhere. Like we have playmats for games and we don't throw them away because they look nice and we just have to throw them somewhere.
I don't think this game is lacking without
Oh, no.
playmats, and this box size is really neat.
I also really like the playmats, but so if you're like, oh no, I have them, you're gonna be happy with them.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna miss them if you don't have them. So we're gonna keep that one. Next up, we have from Alley Cat Game, Station to Station. This is a gateway style. It's saying it's like in their essential line, which I think like they have the tin line, which is a small box. The party line is more a party game. Essentials is more of a gateway style game, and they have the advanced, which is more of the heaviest Alley Cat games. This is a lighter one, a pick up and deliver game. Where you're picking up stuff and delivering it.
Aha!
Yes.
Thank you for that marvelous
Are you ready to do the paddle?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, boom!
It's a double Cull.
I enjoyed this game. I think that if you are, it was a bit light for me, but if you are looking for a lighter game, if you are in that where you have played Ticket to Ride, you play those kind of games, somebody's like, I like trains. And you'll be like, let's now move on the rails that we made in Ticket to Ride, and you can move around and buy stuff and get stuff. I enjoyed you are buying stuff somewhere and trying to plan your route, both based on your tickets, because you get bonus points if you go to specific places, but also so that you will be able to then like use the things you bought in one place to pay for it in another place to score contract, get upgrades, bonuses, all these different kind of things. So I enjoyed that.
I thought this was okay. It's too light for me, and also pick up and deliver isn't my favorite genre.
Thing, no.
But I enjoyed some. Yeah, it is something here. Absolutely, there's some parts in here that I thought like, oh, this was fun. For example, you could go a place and then you could get like a permanent resource, and you're trying then to deliver to places that has that resources. And I thought it was fun getting these tickets and trying to get helpers that would benefit you, but it was just like, it was okay.
Yeah, I think like if you are usually into the games that we like, this is going to be too light for you. But if you're more into like a family style game, you can check it out to see if it might be for you, do more of a research thing on it. We're going to have one more game, and that game is going to be
Tea Garden.
Tea Garden. Okay, 1, 2, 3, boom! This, I think, might be I'm going to say that because I don't remember every single game I played this year, one of the best medium weight games I've played this year.
Yes, I agree.
Like
Double
this was super surprising. Like I didn't have any, I had hopes because it was the first game from Thomas Holek that has 3 games this year, and we were excited for all of them.
Yes.
Galileo Galilei and SETI. And I was hoping this would be good, and it was. It's a very, very good game.
Yeah, and like when we played it, like already, I think like in the first third of the first game, which is like, this is fun.
Yes.
And you're playing cards to do actions, and the cards has like power on them, so they decide how good an action gonna be. And you need some symbols on the cards, for example, if you want to acquire new cards, or you can have like these secondary actions visible on the cards that you play. And you can play like multiple cards together to get more power, but you don't get more symbols. And yeah, you're basically producing tea, placing out more of these places that can produce tea, drying them, or what you call it, fermenting them, and trying to turn them into points, basically. And that process is so fun. And I thought it was really cool that I was sitting to be like, okay, I don't really want to do a main action right now, but I
Yeah.
really don't want to. I really don't want to miss out on this secondary action that is really going to give me a lot of benefits that I need right now.
I'm going to ask you a question. Do you remember what that place you build where you can make tea? Do you remember what it's called?
Pagoda.
No,
It
there.
looks like it.
What do you think it's called?
Tea house,
What do
tea
you-
garden.
Yes.
I give
You
up.
will build tea gardens in this game called Tea Garden. I just really like that. Yeah, Tea Garden. And the thing is, this is a medium weight game.
Plantations.
Yeah, but
says
it's
here.
called. I think it's called like building a tea garden.
Maybe.
Look here. Let's see here. You get. Oh, it's called a pagoda.
Yes!
So I
Haha!
think you build a tea garden. I think
okay.
that's in the rules.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, representing tea gardens.
Haha.
Yay, it's tea gardens.
We were both right.
Yay, the best. Everybody wins.
Yay.
But I think that for a medium game, it's pretty tight.
Yeah.
Because you always need stuff and you don't always have it. And the really cool thing of you are getting, it's a deck building game where you get the cards you buy directly into your hand. So, but you're going to draw 4 cards and that's going to last for the whole round. And you're going to do 3 or 4 actions if you pay for the last one. So that means that if you use more than 1 card, you're going to have a way to draw more cards, or you're going to have to buy cards to be able to do more actions because you need to play at least 1 card to do the action. And also if you have the last round, you draw a lot of cards for actions, you can keep those and then get 4 more. So there's like many ways to be able to always do that. I have to say, this is not one where you're going to do extremely different things every time. There is routes, there is different routes to go, but even though you're doing many of the same things, it feels fun and fresh. Like fresh tea. Tea is not fresh. It's like dried. But yeah, I was trying to make something there. But I highly recommend this if you are looking for a medium game, especially if you like one that's a bit more tight. And this is a very good start for this designer.
This
and
was
I am
so fun.
very excited to play more of it. And those are the 5 games. So we are going to do the highlight and the worst light.
Highlight and low light.
So far, still, most games we played for Spiel have been good.
I agree. I think best. I'm trying to show the nice side. That
Yes.
is the last one that I showed you.
I'm going to move this as well so you don't
Oh.
see the back of that. Because that's so perfect.
Best one, Tea Garden.
Yes.
That was super fun.
I agree.
Worst one, Station to Station. I didn't have a lot of feelings while playing that game.
Yes, that is the same thing I am feeling. And that means this is the end of the video. Again, if you didn't see the beginning, you can check it out to find out where you can meet us at Spiel. If you're watching this and you're thinking, these 2 people, they're from Norway, aren't they? Yes, they are. And what should you do with YouTube channels from Norway?
You subscribe to them all.
Yes, you should.
Not just us. Every single one.
Yes. So if you're watching this, please consider doing that for us. I don't care what you do for the other Norwegian channels, because it helps more than you think, and we have to say it in every video.
Yeah.
And we say it now. And now we're gonna say other things like, thank you for watching. I'm Johannes,
I'm Senra.
and you've been watching Board Gaming Ramblings, and bye-bye.